Please turn to page 7 of the Kurukulla Center Prayer Book. We start with Refuge and Bodhicitta on page 7 and do our regular Sunday morning prayers going straight through to page 37. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest, to aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest, to aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest, to aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you the completely awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O Supreme, among humans you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise then I prostrate. With pure bodies formed supremely pure, like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you the one gone to thusness I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies I prostrate. Those who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts. To you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the Great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage. To all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, in all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions. Perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protectors' heart, to tip of this fresh, pure, white heap, curd like cloud, O Losangdragpa Dharma's omniscient King, pray come to this place with your disciples. In space ahead, on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable gurus, fright brightly with delight, pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit field for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit, non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted three vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned eight mundane concerns, made life essence full. O protector, depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable gurus, from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast, profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine. May it make Venerable Sangdragpa's essential teachings specially shine forever. Migmate se wei ter chen rezi, dreame kien pei wang po jam pel yang, du pung malu jom ze san wei dang, gang chen ke pei tsu gien Tsongkhapa, lo sang drag pe jabla so adep. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common one and supreme, O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard at one time, the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomena called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, how should a child of the lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this, subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form, form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind. No visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no I element and so forth up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance and so forth, and up to no aging and death and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. For Shariputra, because there is no attainment, does rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom. And because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata, gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhisoha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, well said, O child of the lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the hosts of the three places Dakinis. Tayata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisoha. Through the power of truth of the exalted three jewels speech, may all on the side of negativity such as the four maras be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. all enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, Shanti Kuruye Ho Ha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, freed from adverse harmful conditions, may all be conducive in perfect auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here right now. Saji Perki Jugshing Meto Framri Prablingji Nide Gyen Pandi Sangye Jingdu Mikte Ulwar Gidro Kunandag Jingla Chirpasho Jetsun Lama Dampakyenam Ki Chirkoikala Kien Se Trindrigne Jitat Sampe Dujet Zinma Lahazab Gecherki Charpawab Tuso Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami Chodang Soki La Jangcho Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chen Pesonam Ki Drola Pinchir Sangye Drupashu Chodang Soki Chognam La Jangcho Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chen Pesonam Ki Drola Pinchir Sangye Drupashu Chodang Soki Chognam La Jangchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chenyen Gi Pesonam Ki Drola Penchir Sangye Drupasho.
Good morning, everyone. How are you, Mauga? How's it? You feel okay? She has surgery her feet, her knee, not knee, her toe, her finger. You okay? Okay. Anyway, very great to see all of all of us. It's very wonderful too. And think next week, right? His Holiness also coming here. Yeah, great opportunity to go to see his talk. Is also honor for all of us. And then what was that? I have to say something, I forgot now. Our monkey mind. Go everyone. No one catch. Right? Monkey mind is very powerful. You know, our mind is our big boss. Then he said, I need to, okay. Then he said, I need, okay. You know, we have to listen for our monkey mind. And then anyway, then all of you very senior serious students, I think now all of you know knowledge Buddhism is very good. I don't know how you practice. I think we don't have much practice. It's because our monkey mind is go to everywhere. Too many thinking. And non-stop thinking. Right? You cannot keep one object in the 1 minute. Right? It's just go to everywhere. Therefore, everybody need to, you know, chip kamabari, shamatha, kamabari, shamatha same, shamatha, kamabari, same, right? Then even you have wisdom, but you have not kamabari, is not working. Kamabari, right? Therefore, kamabari is also very important. Actually, kamabari is also not only Buddhism technique. It's also Buddhism, non-Buddhism. They're all. Some non-Buddhism masters also, they stay years, months meditation without moving. For us, His Holiness always say, we all of who study Buddhism, serious Buddhism, serious study, Usually the Tibetans say, I am Buddhism, but they don't study. They just say, my father's Buddhism, my mother's Buddhism, I'm Buddhism. That's like just, what you call lineage. But like you guys, very serious. Then I think your education is good, but problem is we don't have kamabari. Therefore, we need to try to meditation kamabari. Right? Then anyway, the kamabari is like a mind, keep one subject. However, then Hinayana, and Hinayana Arats, when they chip Arat, then they can, meditation, kamabari. However, eons. Then Mahayana teachers, they come, they have told them to, you're not done all your practice. You need to wake up to study cheap meditation, bodhicitta. They say, Nagarjuna, no Nagarjuna. But then Shandakati, Barove say, Jawa Namlango, Jawa Namjingole allowances. I don't know how he say. Then, Buddha wake up you, 대원은 좀 고발해야 너한테 그랬어. 다주면서.
So the arhats, and when they achieve the arhatship, of the ears and the solitary leathers, they go into a meditation. They call it absorption, into absorption. So in the text written by Chandakirti, it is said that the arhats who goes into absorption, for eons and eons, and they will be wakened up, by the victorious ones or the Buddhas, to lead them on the path, to the state of full enlightenment.
Okay, like that. Therefore, now we also need to try to meditation to Kamabari. There are many reasons, and Kamabari, the subject is many. Even you can do your house, maybe your bedroom. Usually Buddhism, the object is Buddha statue. When you Buddha statue, the object is you get two different, benefits. One is also you cheap Kamabari. One is also this is a object of Buddha statue get married. The reason Buddhism used the Buddha statue. In other words, you can use this little wood, everywhere. Then the best method, best shop is that you can also use your mind. You use your mind that, focus that. It's the best, but it's difficult for us. Even you don't want your mind, right? Therefore, we put very big statue there, solid, put on us. We just still we lost that. Therefore, maybe you can use your room, maybe your house. This is a technique, Just how long you stay, first technique you focus your mind, your house. The second, whatever you get that, your bedroom, kitchen, dining room, that, how long you keep your mind like that. You can do many, different techniques. Then, you first learn, then, Shantideva say, whatever has nothing,
there isn't anything that doesn't become easier with familiarization.
Do you think this is true or not? How about you guys that read the Tibetan language? Oh, right. But when you can just check. First you come to here, you read the, prayer for Tibetan, what's that,
Phonetics.
Phonetics. And now how you easy, depends you to check that. Before, even you cannot say, right? You guys also old English speakers, English readers, but they read the English, but you don't know how you say. Then you do couple more times, easy. Then more people also, memorize, right? First, even I come here, many things still I have problem, still a lot difficult to say. But you say again and again. It's more and more easy, right? Therefore, Shantideva, whatever he said, I think this is correct. The problem is we didn't do familiarize for other objects. We say, Bodhicitta, everybody say, oh yeah, no Bodhicitta, yeah. Someone say maybe, how you meditation you Bodhicitta? Then I say, oh, maybe this one, right? We have a lot of doubts, or we're not very focused. We know everyone, but we didn't identify real. These problems we don't do much meditation. Therefore, even you meditation bodhicitta, just only bodhicitta, that kind of mind develop to your mind. If you read the text, automatic clarification, then definition of the bodhicitta is too long. Also, there are too many things to check out, too many things bring inside. include, it's too difficult. It's, when you debate in monastery, they have to, some parts take out, some parts bring inside, very detailed, when you make the gold, take the gold, you need to really make the clean red. When you dig the earth, take out the gold, you need to water, take a lot of things like that. But this is a way to study monastery. It's for us, then you guys completely lost, But the mind, the kind of mind is thinking, benefit for all sentient beings to achieve enlightenment. That kind of thought. You need to that kind of thought. How long you thought this kind? 2 minutes? 2 hours? Maybe Bob can do 2 hours? No? Really? Maybe Laura can do it. No. It's okay, It's not easy, If it's easy, we all achieve enlightenment, but try to a little bit every day, okay? Usually, whatever we do, prayers, is the meditation. There's a first, what are you thinking? Then second, what are you thinking? First, what you to do, like, 7-limbed practice. There's a first prostration, offering. We have to do that. Even if you don't do that, you think, oh, I'm doing that, not just, prostration or offering, not only that. You thinking, your mind thinking, oh, now I'm doing the posture, just stay there, posture. Oh, now I'm doing offering, like that. If you think in the mind, then again and again, then when you see that the text, you automatically come. Usually we don't think just say, oh, we did, I know that, just problems. Special people have a lot of commandments. The problem, they're not finished, They have a problem too. I don't know, you guys have, for us Tibetan special monks, nuns have a lot of commandments. We go to all the initiations. Then when we keep all the commandments, then we have problem to not finish. No time to thinking. I think Western also, maybe the senior students have more commandments. Usually good. Also, we need to take the initiations. We need to practice. Without initiation, we cannot practice. Then everybody a little scared. Usually you guys good. You guys know, it's towards practice, what to do, meditation. In Tibetans, in Asian, Chinese, like that, people, they don't know. There's a color chakra, everybody run that. Someone going to an initiation, everybody just run that. They don't know what the vows. But you guys, know the vows, then you just stop off. If I'm ready, not. But I think you all, very good. Then study, then check. Then also don't think oh, I'm not ready. Usually, oh, I cannot keep this. How much we can't. No one, and the regular people, no one do perfect, 100%. Even the Atisha is the India master. He came to Tibet. He said, I keep the monk's vow very perfect. A lot of details. Full Uden monk has 252 or 3 vows. Therefore he said, I keep very prefer that. But Bodhicitta vows, and Tantra vows, is like rain. But yeah, like rain, all the time after falls coming. But whenever he came, then falls he come now, then he just stopped that. He, purified. Therefore, for us, of course, but don't think, oh, I'm very terrible person, I've broken all the vows. Okay, it's okay, it's broken, not just unknowing broken.
Knowingly.
knowingly, okay?
Intentionally.
Or intentionally, yeah. It's intentionally. Unintentionally, okay, that is. Unintentionally, we all broken. I think so, but, it is, purifier. 4 appointment powers. Did I say correct? My English teacher is here. She catches me. I have to be very careful. 4 opponent powers. Use the 4 opponent powers every day before you go bed. It is purifier. It's the nature of the negatives to purify. Removal. Okay? Therefore, I think I'm very appreciate you guys. Very hardworking, because we really born this busy place. Usually we have, we keep 18 George.
Attributes
Attribute for human.
of human rebirth.
I will remember. Now it's 19 because he had very busy place. No time. They didn't count the time. Now we add one more time. Right? But we are not free the time, but you guys all making time. Very effort. It's very grateful. I always say, don't stop, don't push too much. This is very important. The Westerns have this problem. Very, right? Try to very hard, then it doesn't work. Then I like to donation this book for center. That's a very bad sign. I'm going to change my religion. This is not a very good sign, Even your personality not changes, your religion change, it doesn't work. Even his holiness always said, don't change your religion. You can keep your own religion, the study all the religions. You can get more benefit. But maybe you really change. Maybe some people have maybe no religion. It doesn't matter. But very step was very important. Even you practitioner, religion person, the person very step was very important. Right? Like monkey, just jump up, down, Therefore, I think the Westerns, maybe the culture, a little bit easy to up, down, easy to upset, right? Therefore, doing that, even you not practice, just say Shantideva said, if it is fixable, nothing to worry. If it is not fixable, nothing to worry. Right? Just think about that a little bit. Therefore, last couple of weeks ago, ask Wednesday class, how you, keep your daily practice life to happy or unhappy or more difficult or more nervous. The more say, they must for us very, very comfortable, very calm mind. This is very good. They shows your practice walk. The medicine walk, you are sick. We sick, neri karo. Nyumo wa generation to.
84,000 delusions.
Nyumo. Ta karo. Ro neri jija nakar neri shibja tsapshik nader.
We're inflicted by 424 different kinds of diseases.
Right? We say we have like that disease. The disease, there can disease, the medicine is dharma, or any religious dharma, Therefore, now force we to identify the disease, they will put the medicine. Therefore, now you guys already understand that all the delusions, all the negative thoughts, all the dizzy, now that positive thoughts we have to put more. When you have more positive thoughts and you develop your mind, the negative thoughts automatically just go down. You know, we boil the hot water. First we put complete, very cold one. Even we don't use the hot one, right? That's very bad for your health. You know, our stove has 2 waters. Yesterday I made tea. The campus said, don't use that, it's very bad. I didn't know. You know, we have 2 water, right? Hot and cold. Therefore we use, when we need to make tea, we use complete, very cold one. Put the, you know, stop. Then just automatic, then what we call hot coming, then cold just automatically go down. Therefore they contradicting. Therefore all the delusion minds have also contradiction mind. You know, loving kindness, you know, compassion, bodhicitta, respect. That kind of mind develop, then all the other minds just slip. Right? Admire work. What is it? It versus mind training, say. Right? It versus mind training. Next week there is all the teaching. Have you guys got it? The problem is I have no power. When Buddha is teaching, when he teaching one language, but the students, you know, Sanskrit, India, Hindi, maybe Karnataka, what they use, they can hear the language. Not fortunate, I don't have the power, then you guys doesn't hear. You guys heard only English. Therefore, they say, whoever go with you, you think you are the lowest person. Right? Can't sit down to it.
So whoever you associate with, always see yourself as the lowest, and with the pure mind, see others as most supreme.
Okay? But this is for very difficult, right? Whenever we go, whoever goes with Shin, we say, I'm the lowest person, we cannot accept that, right? Oh, I know better than him. Oh, I'm the best one. Therefore, this is, you know, mind training is very perfect. Try to be like this, you know. They means not talk about, you know, oh, whatever they do, you just accept. Not like that. Also, sometimes people a little bit misunderstand. Even some very bad guy come in, did I have to accept? No, like, just go run away. Otherwise, they beat you. Anyway, like, you know, read the texts. I think you guys have no problem reading books. 4 hours, you guys read all the books. Right? Since you wake up, you read book. Even people eating read book, right? But try to a little bit practice every daily, okay? Then definitely we will change our mind. Anyway, if you think in reality what the text say things, then you really think then you can accept your many things. There's a lot of problems here. We don't accept. It's coming. If we don't accept, then there are a lot of problems. Because if we don't want that, we say this is something happened for me, then we don't accept. But it is that it's really karma. Therefore, we don't accept, then there are a lot of problems. Then you really study serious Dharma, then they makes your life also very happy, very calm, very peaceful. That's good, right? Okay, now we go to this thick book. Maybe you guys bored. It's still too big, not finished. But this is a very great book. This is all essence Buddha teaching. Essence, no? It's all 108 volumes, more than 200 volumes. These books, all essence, this small one. This root text is the Atishas, we call Atisha lamp. Atisha composed for when he came to India. Then, that the master who advised Atisha in Tibet, then he asked a request for the Atisha, could you teach for us to easy practice on the very essence of all Buddha's teaching? Then he composed the Atisha lamp. Atisha lamp, lam-rim.
Lamp on the path to enlightenment.
Oh. Then, this is the root text. Now this is, all the commentaries, the many, Lama Tsongkhapa, they have 3 books, 3 volumes read. Now this is Pabongka Rinpoche composed. Therefore, they make more easy. Therefore, anyway, this lam-rim is the essence Buddha's old teaching. You really understand this book, you really practice, then you don't need to read all the books. It's enough. You don't need hundreds, thousands of books. Keep. Therefore, don't bore, okay? Oh, yeah. Now we talk about the refuge here, the refuge. Maybe couple weeks ago we really talk refuge. Now we really talk the benefit of the refuge, right? Then now today we're going to talk about the labja, labja.
Precepts.
Precepts for the refuge, okay? Then that thinking of that sajing our labja las, susu labja the tumgo labja needs.
So that's in the outline 199. And this one, where it says advice after one has taken refuge, right? So this has 2 parts, advice concerning each of the 3 jewels in turn. Sorry.
tumgo labja dang. Susu labja dang, tumgo labja ni, tumbo labja.
Oh, sure. And yeah, so the 3 jewels in turn, where there's like the individual, the individual advice, of the each 3 jewels, and then there is advice, all together, concerning all the 3 in common. So first, for this, you have to understand, what is the object of the, object of refuge, right? So this we have talked about it already so many times. And so among the 3 objects of refuge, which one is the actual refuge?
Anybody accept? Anyone want to debate? No debate? Why? Now I'm to second question. Why Dharma's actual refuge? It's not easy. It's all. Okay? Yeah? Who knows that answer? Then people say, oh, maybe that's not true. Then, how is that? Against? Do you say against? Debate, yeah. Okay? Okay.
I'll give it a shot. The Buddha and the Sangha are separate from us, whereas the Dharma is the bridge. It begins with us, the practice of the Dharma. It is the bridge to take us to the Buddha and the Sangha.
상계도 벌써견들이디 소소 카레스 and should 소소랑이 쳐야되레스 삼바다 마선지라 삼바다 오레스 상계 살아 티야기 삼바데레스 저기
삼바데레스 제가 느껴로 삼바는 느껴로 가로 What do you guys think?
No, I think like the Dharma is what will take us to enlightenment, what will liberate us from our sufferings. The Buddha delivered the Dharma to us, but if it just sits there and we don't pay attention, it's not going to help us. The Sangha can help us with our practice, but we still have to do the work, and the Dharma is telling us the work we have to do.
Okay. Yes.
But
Good.
it's through the Sangha that we are connected. Yes? So isn't that where the real work happens?
Sangha.
Yes.
Okay. And now.
I mean,
Yeah. Yes.
just in relationship to other beings.
Okay. It's good. Yeah. No.
I would agree with what Doug said and go a little bit further in saying that it's the actual realization in your mind stream. That's the actual cessation of suffering. That's the actual refuge. And what Doug said was that the Dharma, the teaching, is what we have to implement, how we can get there.
Good. Yes.
The simple example is the medicine. The Buddha gave us the medicine. Now we have to use the medicine and ingest it and study it exactly what Pabongka says. Pabongka says. So yeah, so it is what will make me healthy, so I have to study it.
Good. I was again, most people, maybe not most people. Good. I think that's good. Now, can you give me the symbol example Dharma? Symbol.
An example of Dharma.
Symbol.
Simple example
Simple.
of Dharma. That's a Dharma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys all follow the Yoga?
Yeah.
No? It says, for me it's like,
No, you can say exactly. No, we are just formal numbers. You don't be shy. You just all beginners. You don't need to be shy. Or if I say if I'm wrong, it's okay, because you have doubt. When we say before your question, you ignorant of the object. Is correct? No.
So we are ignorant to the object or about the things, and until we are cautioned.
Right? Therefore, you have caution, different thought, something say, it's very good. Then you, oh, I thought that one, this different one. Okay, and you all follow the. Oh, Laura, what are you doing? No, that's good. It doesn't matter, okay? You have, okay, yeah.
well, I think the Four Noble Truths is a simple example of the Dharma. It's a very, it's something that you can think about and you can study,
Okay.
and so that.
Okay, are you guys follow?
But to go a little bit further, it's also meditating and contemplating the Four Noble Truths. So that
One of the truths.
come into you. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the truths.
Yeah.
Okay, now we first, okay, you say phone number 2 is the
Dharma.
Dharma, okay? Rock, what you say?
Meditation and contemplation.
You say meditation, phone number 2 is Dharma, okay?
Cherishing others more than self.
Chasing others more than self.
Getting better.
Okay, Casey?
Rinpoche, also Rinpoche said, if you want to know what Dharma is and what non-Dharma is to understand the 8 worldly concerns. So it gives, that's helped me give a nice framework to what is Dharma and what is not Dharma.
That's good. Then, you know
Well, the reason I said Arya beings is because they're the ones with the realizations. So the Dharma, my understanding of what Dharma is it's the realizations. It is, and which is embodied by the Arya beings.
Yeah, that's correct, that's correct. Yes?
Understanding of emptiness. I think.
Are you just guess or you just think it?
It's all guessing.
That's good, yes?
Shila, did you not say that the everyday practice is most important? And if I remember you correctly, you said we can have very high-class practice, But if we don't do it in our daily lives, it doesn't, then we're not getting it. But we can't do it without others.
Yeah, that's good. Yes, you have.
I don't know if this is encompassing the whole Dharma, but to me it seems like it's an antidote to the eight worldly concerns. The Dharma is an antidote to the eight worldly concerns. It's kind of like the medicine to the suffering. So, the medicine to the suffering of the first one.
Okay, now yes.
I'm a newcomer, but for me the Dharma is the cessation of suffering of all sentient beings. To me that is the living Dharma.
Okay, good. You're all very good. Not all very good. Not all very close. I think that the correct, the answer, and we follow the text.
According to the text.
According to the text, I think first Laura said is Arya beings. Arya beings is the person, but after she a lot of changes, it means the realization is correct. Then cause he says his guess about this correct. Then she said all this is correct.
Cessation.
Cessation.
True cessation, right?
It's good. Then 4 number 2 is so okay. But there's something. Then all you got. Anyway, I think you're all very close. But it's hard, very there are many dharmas.
So if you talk about the Four Noble Truths, then Four Noble Truth includes true suffering, true origin. So true suffering is also, you have to say true suffering is Dharma though. So of course true suffering is not Dharma, right? So the last two are the Dharma. The true cessation and the true path are the Dharma.
Okay, you can just two take out, two keep, that's good. So in
our mind, do we have any of those dharmas in ordinary beings? Not Arya beings. Do we have those dharmas in ordinary beings?
Well, I think that realizations are various levels. So there's some realizations, so intellectual, transforming.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Anyway, it's a kanji tanda eight worldly jite chichiga wanda masonga te tangamsu nyamne chukan chongro ting chechore susugo sem nyumo wanda mashowa te ani ta chukan chachore.
And so not letting our mind fall under the eight worldly concerns, or not letting our mind fall, and after the delusion, we can consider that as the Dharma also.
And
not engaging in ten and virtuous actions.
So
for example, if you get angry, you experience the suffering of getting angry. And so when you get angry, if you stop that anger, or not getting angry, is the way, to stop the anger. And so that becomes a Dharma also. So getting angry can be only eliminated by not getting angry. Is that right? Nothing else can eliminate getting angry. Only not getting angry can eliminate that. So the Dharma is the one that destroys the suffering and the causes of sufferings.
고소 근데다 간소지 좀 라와트니 냠네 맞죠 라와트 냠네 요로 왔어.
So any kind of practice in our mind stream that eliminates the suffering, right?
Sure.
Like the practice of the 3 trainings.
딱 아무튼 들들도 여러 왔다 간절라 간제 순수 그샘 용어보다 까바달라는 수rum 잡죠 그러더라.
And so we have the training, right? 3 trainings. Do you know what are the 3 trainings? The training of morality is the first one. So morality is observing one's mind, right? Observing one's mind, checking one's mind, and making sure that it doesn't follow the delusions.
그봐. 내가 처음 살 때까지 처음 들어와. 처음 가라 처음 듣나? 놈의 샘 놈의 와도 말은 로마치게 때 까와들라 수좀 스트레스 때가서 여러 와서 좀 얌래.
So morality, in other words, means the rule, right? So like in the country, we have a rule, and this is the proper rule. The proper rule is what we mean by morality here. So the proper rule will be observing one's mind and not letting it follow the delusions.
아니 이빠데 다 이빠서 가나 안에 들음지. 셔럽세나 놈의 가래 놈 많이 받아 가래 대도 대모가 나만 쟁이. 시바야 대라 셔럽세 좋어.
And then we have a training of wisdom, of course, various levels, right? So we have maybe like smaller level, and of wisdom. Yeah? So the wisdom is a mind, that distinguishes, right from wrong, right? What is wrong, what is right, what is delusion, what is not delusion, and so forth.
그러와. 아니 딘리가 샘 템포 성에들라. 아니 다 땡겨서
And the mind, that makes, either of these, any of these, positive minds stable. The mind that makes any, positive mind stable, is concentration.
오케이. 다들 나도 강가 제한데 와서 라와스면서 이집이 자와치고 많이 고 말해 들어와.
So the 3 training can be practiced by any of us, right? It is not necessary for one to be a ordained person as a monk or nun in order to practice 3 trainings.
어디에 다 나도 지지 샹주고 샘 니제 샹바도 저가 죽여 좋은 대지 샤주고 와서.
And so, so anything that eliminates the cause of suffering, right? And so all those realizations in our mind, the realization like the mind that cherishes others, bodhicitta, loving kindness, compassion, all these things helps us to eliminate our sufferings. Therefore, those are also dharma.
어디에 다 나도 담아 마음도 와서.
So there are many examples that we can use as a dharma, right?
오케이. 또 냠리 제와 때는 냠리 샘 야야야 코는 배는다 놈도 매와 자는 거 와서.
So by familiarizing your mind with those dharma, or with those positive mind, and then by increasing that more and more, then eventually you'll be able to eliminate all the sufferings.
어디지 다대 주지. 아니 겐디세대 때 로바쟁이 될 당간도 겐디 랍쪽으로 다 단단한 간소. 아니 감는 그룹 내가 겐디 기로 답도 저쪽으로 왔어.
And so then the other object of refuge is the sangha, right? Sangha, it's like, again, we talked about earlier, the Arya beings, right, who have a direct realization of emptiness. Those are the actual sanghas, but the sangha, in other words, is also someone who helps us, to do our practice, just like these sanghas do, but then also other sanghas and other people around us, people and our members in the center or in the center or in the temple, who helps others to do the practice, us can be also a sangha.
Okay, 아니 된대기 냠레마 땜바보달라 다 산지 좀 된대서 와.
And the one who showed all these teachings, all these practices, is the Buddha, the Buddha refuge, right? So the one who found the refuge, the founder of the refuge.
뭐지? 다 대성라 짭중이 하다들었다 아니 나바 산지 와들라 그러더라.
And so these are the 3 objects of refuge, and the one who takes refuge in these 3 is called a Buddhist.
자, 오케이. 대지 답하셔도 대사 고소만 된다는 막 먼저 남지 줘도 때들로 오서. 대서 좀 가시 로정신에 약보시라 여러.
So that's the entity, of the 3 jewels, right? The Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, briefly. And now it's going to, talk about, the advices after one has taken refuge in each of these objects of refuge.
단 내리 랍자 될라를 깔아야 내라야 저 가페라자 드비 랍자 니라 가페라자는 다 저랑 산지 추견의 개조를 잡은 중에는 내 샤반 데데 제요 말에 제와에는 산지 시험도 주고 말에 스펜토고 말에서 그래서
In the outline 200, it says advice concerning each of the three jewels. In turn, this has two subheadings: advice on what not to do, and advice on what to do. So it's just telling what you are supposed to do and what you're not supposed to, what you should what you can do to do the practice, and what you cannot do to do the practice.
또 어디지? 데려다야 지금 가서 내내 지어서 마야 지 줄을 셔발라 만배 지하다. 어떤데 그저 말들어 와.
So yeah, so in the first one, in the outline 201, it talks about once you have taken refuge in the Buddha, you should not do things like seeking refuge in worldly gods. So it doesn't mean that we should not it's, of course it's talking among the Buddhists, and so but doesn't mean that we're looking down on other religions.
아니 이제 때문에 라테솔라 가르나 아니 코로나도 된다 코발에 조매와 인자 나좀 코발에 조에 교회 니빠요 말들이다 그냥 될 때는 그냥 배도고 말했어요. 왔더니다 맞이라 말했어.
So the worldly gods are also a sentient being. They are also in cycle existence. They themselves are in the cycle existence. They themselves are not free from cycle existence. Therefore, they will not be able to help you completely, to free you from sufferings or samsara. Therefore, it is not correct to take refuge in them.
왔더니다 나도 남발아 마보인 직템벨라단 직템벨라서 마보였어. 근데다 간지 직템벨라도라 딱 나도 내가 직경에 받지 시와나 소소주로 빠나로 지세 나도 작업 받아야다 돈 맞아야다 아니 내가로 받지로 지성도 레바자고 그래서 마도 제가 심화 편지에 제대로 안으로 받지고 막 대전아 아니 점점 돌로 그래서
So and so the worldly gods, they can help you temporarily. They can help you temporarily. They can give you a temporal help by overcoming some of the problems or removing some hindrances and so forth. For that, you can seek help from them for that purpose. So in order to remove the obstacles, you can make them some offerings of dharma, offerings of and traditionally we make offerings of black tea and so forth. So so those kind of offerings you can make them to help you temporarily to remove those obstacles and to bring you those success and so forth. But that's just a temporal. They will not be able to help you ultimately to achieve enlightenment, to achieve liberation, or even achieve higher rebirth of human or God. So if you take refuge, because they don't have potential, so there's no way they can help you, and therefore taking refuge in them for that reason is useless. So so if you take refuge in them for that purpose, then you lose your refuge.
간제다 저라서 직템벨라던 직템을 라시라 하고 말 간제 지들 좀말아 있는 거서 왔다 되는 그리 생각하고 말이지.
And so then we also talk about the worldly gods, and then there is like a trans-worldly gods, so which are like a god, but beings with a realization. So could be even enlightened beings, like the Buddhas in the enjoyment form are gods also. So they are trans-worldly gods, means the beyond the worldly gods. And to them, of course, if you take refuge, then that's all right.
근데다 나라서 간제 장소 관계 김증 건데 아니 지선 범바도 말아서 왔답다. 다 디가 아니 곱초요를 막히고 말했어.
So even for the temporal things, temporal things, we can take refuge in the trans-worldly gods like a Tara. If we take refuge in her for even small purposes, then that's fine. She will help, so whatever worldly God can do, she can do. So it's better just take refuge for temporal reason or for ultimate reason, just take refuge in the Aryatara, and that would be perfect.
Not confused, okay. Yeah.
So this paragraph seems to be speaking definitely to that, because I'm not even sure I know what worldly gods are. In this country, I don't think it's something that we're familiar with.
다 먼저 지어야나. 단단도 산에라 열라도 지걸 또 간가다 직대배 라스 지기래서 고대와로잖아.
So, in cycle existence, we talk about cycles, and there are 6 different kinds of realms, 6 different kinds of migrating beings. And so there's 3 lower realms and 3 upper realms. The 3 lower realms, hell, hungry ghosts, and animal, and then the 3 upper realms are human gods and demigods. So those gods, within those 6 realms of existence, or migrating beings, then they are also sentient beings. So they are God, and they're called God because their life is much more happier, and don't have much suffering as we do, and so forth. But they're still in cycle existence. They're still under the control of the delusions. So those are the worldly gods. Do any of you know about Nagas? Do you accept Naga? Serpent? Serpent, right?
Yes, I think you guys maybe not. No.
It's a mystery thing, right?
Yeah. That channel carry tickle some tambo, tang and like bus, and it's some pamadumada. You don't tamdil so that they can go as well.
So anyway, so that's what I was trying to tell earlier. Like, if you, for any kind of purposes, whether it's for temporal, so for some temporal reason, some temporal achievement, you make offerings, to the worldly gods. They have some powers, so that kind of things. So in this case, we don't have to do that because if we take refuge in the Tara, then there's no problem at all. Tara is, a trans-worldly gods, who's fully enlightened being, and therefore there's no problem taking refuge. So even for the temporal things, we can just avoid, seeking help, from the worldly gods. Just even for that purpose, we can make, request, to Tara, and that will help us. Then there's the protectors, like the Dharma protectors, also there's the worldly Dharma protectors, and then the trans-worldly Dharma protectors. So the trans-worldly Dharma protectors are like Palden Lamu, and then the Mahakala and so forth. So those are the emanations of the Buddhas, and they are in the form of Dharma protectors, who are emanation of Buddhas. And so we can take refuge in them for that also.
Okay. 그래서 나도 배에 며칠 기체체 아니 지제강아 시제도 양 고배추 나 그때 요람은 보용도 왔어. 당분 고도 양이 배와래서 배에 들어가려면서.
So it's all studied by the Tibetan lamas or monks, and they try to do all sorts of things and then bring all this confusion to the Westerners.
Right. 그래서 당에 차서 대감 맞어체데 아니 지서 드라마 이름 담지 따다는 라인 두절로 따때 심박하게 고 말을 쏘고 말했어.
So
go
So if you need to make any offerings, seek help, for temporal reasons, then also seek help, in the Buddhas, in the Aryatara, or for the protectors, you can so seek help in the protectors like Palden Lamu, Mahakala, or Hayagirva, and so forth.
What is that? Tambo Pega Tawalamazo Kanjumaji Tani, that she just embarrassed something, tell you that. 제가 담을 타는 요담은 뭐 용도 와서 다 상인이 장고시 내 보통 백래 뭐가 용어를 그 하사하게 요 말이죠. 하사도 제고 말했어. 선밤고 말했어.
So there are many different people worship in different ways, to different deities, different idols. And so you might have heard about this one particular one that that has brought so much controversial. There are so many, because His Holiness tried to ban that, and there are so many people who are always protesting, to His Holiness, and so I'm sure you're going to see this time also. They go around everywhere His Holiness goes, and always stands in protest, in front of the event area. So always, so you will see that, but don't be bothered by that. It's just their choice of doing things. So don't worry. Don't think that they're so bad. Saying such things to His Holiness and so forth. Don't worry about that. So just ignore it.
장보름 뭐체가 아니 때때는 야보문도 간지 다 땡초 맛을 라비오 말했어. 간지 때는 내가도 간지 조도 출근들은 내가 데려다 마대야 송샤래. 맞아 땡초 맛을 라비오 말했어.
So His Holiness said, this protector should not be worshipped because it brings disharmony or schism. and among the traditions, it kind of separates the tradition, Tibetan and Buddhist traditions, like the 4 different traditions. So it's because of this, you can't take or you can't study or practice of the different traditions. You are strictly advised to just practice or study that tradition only. And so that is not good. His Holiness thought that's not good. So therefore he asked to be stopped. He said it's not good to practice, but he didn't say you should not practice. So it's controversial. So if you listen to this party, they will have a lot of experience. If you listen to this party, it's always confusing, and always you will never find a correct answer. Yeah? So don't try to get exactly what is it about. There's no way you will find it, because everybody has their own points, right? So the only way to bring a peace to your mind is to think that, oh, His Holiness said it. That's enough reason, because His Holiness said it. Therefore, I don't do that. His Holiness said, Lama Zopa Rinpoche says it, and so because of this, Lama said it. Therefore, I'm not going to say why. No need to answer. No need to check.
Okay. Ngasujela some nyomo machiwa te phenga tereda tende khoso legre chansu tende chijina chawatri de leon tendo khot chansu te ya lago mar do lago mar tel maola ngadu juto yo mar karna ngadu jamuro mi jala mas mar ka so mat tar ka drip gana marso norsa ke yo mar ro.
And so in our case, of course, we all have the right, to find out about it, but it's like I said, it's only confusing. There's no correct answer you will find. You might end up, thinking very negative about different things. So better not, get into that too much. Just think the only reason that that you should not be practicing that is because His Holiness said so. And if we just go with that reason, we'll be okay. We'll not have problems, anything. So therefore, anyway, many people might come up to you and say, "Oh, you're a Buddhist, so you have these things. What's going on? Or what is that?" And you say, "Just I don't know. I have no comments. I don't know anything about it." So if you think like that, but if you try to say something, of course, if you know exactly, then you can say that. But none of us know exactly what it is, right? So if we don't know exactly what it is, and then we try to say something, that's only going to bring more confusion to others.
Okay. Namjung ngong ngangche se do tadi ngangche le odes ro.
So that itself also becomes, idle gossiping. It's a meaningless chatter. It becomes like a meaningless chatter. So you say, "Oh, this is good. They said this. He did that," and so forth. And so you go talk on and on. Then it wastes time, and it doesn't bring a good result. And it most probably it will end up creating very negative thoughts in your mind.
하 고개와치라 군도가는 야름부치 아니 자제 Pabongka 다 저쪽으로 부치 대화로서 라고 그랬어. 대 매베 따라 단단한도 빼자 송대는데 자제 Pabongka 송 저쪽으로 부치 마 득셔 줘랬어. 아주 차단 로로 제기였어. 아니 정으로 부치 대 송주다. 아니 lam-rim 댐가요. 되나 나와도 되래서.
So one of the worshippers, more prominent ones, like Pabongka Rinpoche and Jang Rinpoche. And then they said that His Holiness the Lama lost faith in his guru, like Jang Rinpoche was his guru, right? And for Jang Rinpoche and Pabongka Rinpoche, and the proof that he hasn't lost his faith, in the Jang Rinpoche and Pabongka Rinpoche is that he always emphasizes on the text that we are studying now, the Liberation in the Palm of Your Hand, which is taught by Pabongka Rinpoche, and which was put together, compiled together by Jang Rinpoche.
어 근데 이자야 다 저는 간다 gembajanjaro 와야 남통담을 쓰마요. 사와들은 남통담을 쓰기로 와서 뭐이는 다 먹거나.
So many of you who have heard about these things before, you I think you're okay because you know about it, but some of you who are new may get many doubts in your mind.
Okay. 어 근데 이자 저도 두그리 제사자 레 군레레스 레자 같이 나놈도 제 개고 말해서 와.
So you will definitely see them. I'm sure 100% that they are going to be there. The protesters, they're going to be there. and don't, like I said, don't think any good or bad about it.
Otherwise, traditional gandu then the hamago and chilam nilan so some tobasa and contosa then namra yungura said so the basa was.
So actually we don't know exactly what it is, right? So I don't know, and I'm sure you don't know, many of you don't know what exactly it is. So just talking about it, may create more negative karmas in our mind. So don't even talk about it, don't even think about it.
And the kanji maji chengda bevel tawala masres tene da shi jesu lap share was tene da nge chozo da ya lab ke jere kanji jesu drama da ani padalamu samda shema kaju ta mares wa.
And so these protectors are created by the by the practitioners, like in this case it would be a Tibetan Buddhist monk, right? Some Tibetan Buddhist monks created this protector and then worshipped it, and now this has brought so much problem, right? This is a worldly protector, so worldly protector, so which brings a lot of problems, and therefore, like I said before, don't take refuge in the worldly protectors, even for a temporary reason. Just take refuge, in the trans-worldly protectors like Tara, higher giver, Palden Lama, and so forth, for any kind of reason. And that will, then there will be no problems at all.
Okay, that's enough. Then we don't need to go. Just make comfort, then more doubt, more diligence, whatever they do. Then, what in the Karna? Pevega Tawalamazo Kusu Getula Mala, and get to that issue, some, then that is not a line for us.
So Tibetan Buddhist, monks and lamas taught this, to their Westerner disciples, Western students, and now the Western students, think that this is a big thing and we must have it, and all the things. So they are all protesting when this is tried to be banned.
Okay, the reason it was Karo.
And so this is supposed to be like a small, an advice for you to not get confusion, but I don't know if maybe it might have caused more confusion.
Okay.
I have trouble thinking of any one of the three jewels as more important, because in my mind they go together. So separating one and saying it's more important, that's difficult for me.
Yes, of course, they all are very important, and you need all those three, to be completely free from all the sufferings, Of course, you need all those three. If one is missing, then you will not be able to achieve liberation. But each of them have their own functions. So this will do this, and this will do that. So this cannot do that, That's the only difference. Like Dharma has its own function, and Sangha has its own function. So what Dharma can do cannot be done by the Sangha, and what Sangha can do cannot be done by the Dharma. They have their own individual functions.
But the mission now and another traveler, member go and maintaining in Kabjang Robaching, to soon go to us, take Chibaret, Consulega Carmen, Consusanga Ketchimora, and Lega Carva.
So just like somebody who is very seriously ill, needs to rely on a doctor, on a medicine, on a nurse, So for that person, they all three are very important. You can't recover without one of them. But they all have different roles to play to treat that person, right?
Okay, it's correct. It's more clear, right? We're not talking about this is more important, this is not important. They're all very important, but they have different job. Secretary job, then what? Some is a secretary, some is a writer, I don't know. But therefore, this is not confused, okay? Then the kanji indiga labja the lada reason to mogachi, and the kanji soso tindiga chapter, and the troboya, that deep trobo, so Magi party, what the trobo didn't do your marriage, trobo to chatina.
And so, and then once having taken refuge in the Sangha, you should not, associate with the bad friends. The friends, bad friends in this case would be someone who will lead you to engage in non-virtuous actions. who would engage in action to increase more delusions.
Tere mato chara namba da chara namba mayang imela tropo che tere tawan yo mar tere la ko mar tere.
So that can be among any group, right? So even if it's within the Buddhism, if there is someone like that, then you should not be friends with that person. But if it's not like that, then even if it's within another religion, then you can be friends with that person.
Okay? Pesha se wana da ngazo duha ta tere bela ta samni le mai kaje. Kaso asat chi se ho da konzo ro ngazo tropo che na da so te ba thilo ro. Ro.
Kare?
Asat chi se.
Ah?
Kan kashi to boy do.
Kaji.
tere tropo. Tere ro wana la so so tere ji tropo ni so so te na ma ni na kan so so mu to cha ro. Tere da ma ro la ko des.
And so if you what is it told me?
Asas.
ISIS?
Asas.
Do you know about ISIS?
ISIS, yeah.
ISIS. So ISIS group, like, so if you become friend with people of that group, then they will lead you into that group, and then you will become like them, And so don't be a friend with that kind of people.
tere la war ma to cho namba na namba ma ingala tropo che cho ma yo mar tu tu ke cha mare se ba.
And so it doesn't mean that that you cannot be friend with other people, people of different faith. So it doesn't mean that you cannot be friend with them. You can be friend with them, but just make sure that they don't lead you. They don't lead you, to create more negative karmas or increase more delusions in your mind.
So nenga da ko ndo so so ne yo da te ma che la ma che pa cho che ke cha mare se ba.
So it is for your own safety, for your own benefit, right? Because it harms yourself, therefore you shouldn't do that. It's nothing about what others are.
And then so so ya chi chena kana je tri to trobo to na so so sem jiwa ro me na ne trobo ne ke mare se ba.
So if by being friend with them, by associating with them, if there's no danger, to be led into a wrong path, then you can be friend with them.
Okay? 근데 nenga za ko ma jin nenga ama ko na tati cho mar sa de chi ya nambe ga thum ra wo shu chin te mare se ba.
So you have to understand the reason why we said, why it is said in the teaching that you should not be associating with such kind of people. It's for your own, safety. Not saying something they are bad or that kind of things.
아니 추가 차던데 왜 아니 다 샘절은 내서 방고래서 아니 샘절은 다 쌈 추진에 다 내가 제가 말해서.
And so once you have taken refuge in the Dharma, then you should not cause any harm to other sentient beings, intentionally especially.
아니 다 내가 제가 아니 특도 알아야 뭐 내가 제가 와 이제 세고 막 또고 말해서.
So causing harm to others, it doesn't have to be only killing or cutting, it can be also saying bad words.
다 얘나 오늘 나 내가 지금 세도지는 게 가지고나 아니 다 대래 내 주래 아마도 소소 직접에 제대 바 내로 오면서 양한테 세대 그저 말해서요.
And if somebody comes to try to kill you, then what do you do? And so forth. And of course, in that time, you have to do whatever you can to avoid that, and then to not be killed and so forth like that.
Okay. 그래서 내가도 한 먹는 양 섬섬데 고알 오주 뭐 kil로 온다 대다 지 고가 말하고 있는 게 좀더 말라 되겠어.
And so, of course, sometimes if you have to do something bad, to help somebody else, then you can also do. That can be also excused and so forth. But anyway, we have to understand the exact meaning of what it means by not causing harm to others.
Okay. 어디 때는다 나도 가벨 남자들 그렇게 저렇게 자
And so that is the advice on what not to do.
Okay. 또 하고는 저 내가 하고는 어때 지나 지금 이제도 소소로 내가 와서 대 맞으려고 하고 또 와서.
And so you have to understand the reason why we should not do that, because if we do that, that will cause harm to ourselves. Therefore, we should not do it.
Okay? 대대마도 나로나 나라 좁고 이시요 가시요 유시요 아니 가시 이시 라마요 차상요 되게 내가 말씀.
So that's the reason. Otherwise, like I have a friend, of all many different kind of faiths. Like I have a Muslim friend, I have a Christian friend, and Jewish friends, and so forth. But that doesn't harm me. Or lead me, out of my, my faith. So therefore, it doesn't matter.
Okay. 어떤지 봐도 양 삼삼 미들이나 고알 오제시니다. 그리고 양치 도바사데 데리고나 가지 도바마다 가지고 세월로 자송 왔어.
So that's the only reason. Otherwise, it doesn't mean that we cannot be a friend with others. So you're clear with that, right?
Okay. Everything more comfort, what's that? Not comfort, more killing red. the next time you can see that also student practice they come in. I really told you, then no need to worry. Maybe you already saw, maybe you never saw before. I also, first I saw a very surprised. Then, then after, the reasons not very, I don't understand, therefore, just better to just ignore it, okay? Like that, any questions? Otherwise, another questions? That's how many hours also, that baji, Shuman, that much of Pegala Kalumarazo, Mizubi Kawa Sambo, Tangone, how sad or not a tendency on that. Mizubi Yabore, and the Kanka Gawagom, and the Pachikanga Peggy was.
So, so if you don't have any question, then that's good. Just I don't have to answer it.
I don't want to worry to answer. I don't want to worry to now. Answer to now.
Anyway, so next week, we will have His Holiness Dalai Lama visiting here and giving teaching. This is a very, very special and a wonderful thing that's happening. So I hope you're all coming, to that teaching.
Okay. 네, 당한조 도마타 칭동이 간지 장부는 뭐지 배워라. 영에 받지 매봐. 아니 주대로 뭐지 당한 모습 뭐지 그래서 이래 때 왔던 내가 치다. semce tamchu. 아니 영에 받지 매워지 당한조 도마타 칭데. 뒤에서.
So now we're going to recite the 21 praises to the Tara one time, in order for His Holiness the Lamas in a visit to be successful, and not have any obstacles or hindrances, in his teachings, and for especially for Choda Rinpoche, for whom we are doing this practice, to have a long and healthy and stable life. And for Lama Zopa Rinpoche also to have long and a healthy life, and for all his holy wishes, to come true.
Okay, thank you.
Page 221. O my prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator, homage Tara swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from molten stamens of the Lord of three worlds, dear-born lotus, homage to whose face combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with red rays resplendent, as 1,000-star collection, homage golden blue one lotus, water-born and hand adorned, giving effort, calm austerities, patience, meditation, her sphere, homage crown of Tathagatas, actions triumph without limit, relied on by conqueror's children, having reached every perfection, homage filling wood to Tari, whom desire direction and space, trampling with her feet the worlds, able to draw forth all beings, homage worshipped by the All-Lord, Chakra, Agni, Brahma, Marat, honored by the host of spirits, corpse raisers, Gandharvas, Yakshas, homage with her trade and paid sounds, destroying foes' magic diagram, her feet pressing left out right in, blazing in a raging fire blaze, homage to Ray very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies, homage at the heart her fingers, adorn her with three jewel mudra, light ray masses all excited, all directions wheels adorn her, homage she so joyous, radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, mirthful laughing with Tutare, subjugating Mars Devas, homage she able to summon all earth guardians assembly, shaking, crowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune, homage crown adorned with crescent, moon all ornaments most shining, Amitabha in her hair knot, sending out much light eternal, Homage she mid-wreath ablaze like eon ending fire abiding. Right stretched left and joy surrounds you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage she who strikes the ground with her palm and with her foot beats it, scowling with the letter hum, the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she whose field is peace nirvana, she endowed with Om and Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she with joy surrounded, tearing foes' bodies asunder, frees with Hung and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to Ray with seed letter, of the shape of syllable Hung, by foot stamping shakes the 3 worlds, Meru, Mandara, and Vindhya. Homage holding in her hand the Dimak moon of Deva lake form, with twice spoken Tara and Pate, totally dispelling poison. Homage she whom gods and their kings and the Kinnaras do honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflicts. Homage she whose 2 eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with twice Hara and Tutare, she dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating, Pava the set of 3 natures, destroys hosts of spirits, yakshas, and raise corpses supreme ture, these praises with the root mantras, and prostrations thus are 21. Prayer for the benefits or long run prayers? Okay, the Thanksgiving mandala offering. Okay, page 39, the Thanksgiving mandala offering. Saji perki juxing ne tok tram, ri rab ling jin yi de gyen pa di, sangye jing du mik te uwagi, droko nam dak jang ya cho pa sho. Jetsun lame kutse rab ten jing, nam katrin le chok chur ye pa dan, lo sang ten pedrun me sa sung yi, droe mun sel tak tu neg yur chik. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami. Final lam-rim prayer. From my 2 collections vast as space that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose mind's wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if those do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives, Manjushri. May I find the best of complete graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold the Buddha's teachings for a very long time, with my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet or once spread have declined. May I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded course to enlightenment completed due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children. May all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the 10-fold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. The short, long life prayer for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chen Rezik remain in life till samsara's end. Prayer to spontaneously fulfills all wishes. Tong yi ning je zung du ju pe lam che che sel ze gan chen ten drögen Jaden Lundrup Shuk. Page 49, a short long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Tub Tso Chang Jing Jam Gern Gyelwei Tenzin Kyong Pelwei Kunzo Do Podze Chok Sum Purwei Leg Mon Tu Dru Padak Sok Dul Jagan Du Jab Ten Shu. Prayer to meet with perfect teachers, or the prayer to always meet with perfect teachers. Your form embodies all Buddhas. Your nature is that of Vajradhara. You are the root of the three jewels. Homage to you, O Gurus. In short, I seek your blessings, O Protector, to be cared for by you from birth unremittingly throughout all my lives, and thus to become your chief disciple, holding every secret of your body, speech, and mind. O Protector, please grant that all be auspicious for me to be foremost among your very first circle of disciples wherever you manifest Buddhahood, so that all my temporal and ultimate wishes without exception may be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. In all my lives, never separated from perfect Gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities of the stages and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Furthermore, in life after life, may I, pleasing him in return, be forever fostered by an accomplished Mahayana spiritual master, the source of every virtue of this world and beyond. In his care may I acquire in him a firm, unshakable faith, pleasing him by every means possible, doing nothing even for an instant to disappoint. May my spiritual master impart to me every instruction and every teaching in its entirety. Having understood them faultlessly, may I practice them and be able to bring them to perfection. May I never, even for a moment, fall under the sway of malevolent teachers and misleading friends. Having developed in every life belief in cause and effect, renunciation, the Bodhi mind, and the pure view, may I embark upon them continually with this experience. In every life, may every virtuous act gathered by way of body, speech, and mind be served solely for the welfare of others and for the purest and highest enlightenment. Page 57, prayer dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha's state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious Supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. Page 75, make Tema. Igmate se retur chen resig, dreamake yen pe wang po jam yang, gang chen ke pe tsu gen Tsongkhapa, lo sang drag pe jab la so wan de. Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you very much, Geshe. It's always good when Geshe has so many questions. Just a quick few announcements. Geshe will be in New York next week, and for his Loneliness teachings in New York. We will still be gathering. We have a group So just watch the schedule. We were also thinking of having a practice day to do something like these 35 confession Buddhas as a group. So watch the calendar, and I'll send out in the newsletter any changes to that. Other than that, I don't think we have much else. Kimber, anything to think about? Halloween candy. If people can bring Halloween candy, it's this coming Friday. It is this coming Friday, yes. So drop it off, please, or bring it with you on the Wednesday class. That'd be wonderful. Yes.
I'm wondering if people are going to meet here possibly, like to get down to Boston on Thursday.
I don't know. It's pretty well. Thursday morning. The teaching starts at 9:30 at the Wang Theater. 9. Okay, so it's a fairly early start. I don't know, Karen. I would highly suggest myself, if you're in any way possible, can take a train into either North Station or South Station. I think that would make your life really easy, but it's only if it's possible. You know, I myself have to do public. I think for this event it would actually be great. Orange Line takes you right there, yeah, to Chinatown. Which stop? Chinatown. Okay, so yeah.
So is there, how early do you think we should expect that?
I would look to Deborah. Okay.
You know, if you have cell phones or no?
Cell phones I think are okay, but no water, no cameras, and no cameras.
Yeah, it's hard now with phones and cameras being the same thing. Yeah. Okay, great.
In your car, you can make it one session.
Yeah. Yeah, Wallavin is sitting. Yeah, and even Oak Grove. Yeah.
Another suggestion, I think, is that,
Yeah.
just to make it easier, is the least you bring, the better it is. Because they go too bad, and depending on how diligent the security is, the less you have, the easier it is.
Yeah. Wallet and a cell phone and a car keys. Okay, great, thank you.